What's going on, Morrow? What's going on, Steve? What's going on, Marissa? Alright, change documents. There it is. Hope you guys had a great trading day. Today is a red day recap for me. Day 201. Save. Alright. What's going on, Paul? What's going on, Alan? Alright, guys. Alright, guys, getting everything set up here. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there. I'm just getting everything set up here quickly, and that way I can stream for you guys. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. And really, you know, options 1K to 1 million. Hopefully you guys were able to capitalize on this crazy market. What's going on, Service Notes? What's going on, Home Decor? What's going on, these great Geoke? Let me post on social media quick. What's going on, the Great Commune? Alright, today's runners were CTK. Yesterday we had HUSA yesterday. Alright, guys. I'm getting everything set up here. At least my camera didn't freeze. That's a plus. What's going on, Joe STX? Alright, let me go live on TikTok now. What's going on, guys? Close to... Alright, cool. We're live on TikTok. Alright, guys. So, glad to have you on. Glad to have you in. You know, LMFA destroying you. That's why you got to cut your losses, Gabish. You know, when in doubt, cut your losses, as always, guys. And I'll go over an example of how that could have worked out for me better today, too. There we go. Alright guys, good to have you on. Good to have you in. Today's a red day recap. But again guys, that's just a part of trading, you know. At the end of the day guys, you know, it was a great month. Actually really good last 6 or 7 days, and believe it or not, I was up about $60,000 before I ended up finishing red on the day. I was up about $65,000, and I got into NNDM, and the only reason I got into NNDM was to try and hit that $105,000 mark, so I could have said I made $1 million in 7 days. Would have never gotten into that trade if I did not have that goal, and reality is I paid the price. And I'll go over that, but I was okay with breaking even. You know, I was really trying to hit that last $40,000, $50,000 gainer, and I felt like my only hope was NNDM, and I chased it. And you know, that's the name of the game. So still a great past 6 or 7 days, guys. So, you know, that's alright. You know, I knew going into this that I was willing to have a big red day, and I was down as much as $60,000 today as well. So I went from down $60,000 to actually as high as up $130,000, and then I ended up losing $12,000 a day. But again, I wasn't going to give up until I hit the $105,000 mark, and reality was I was at it. I just didn't quite lock it in. I mean, I wanted to break through 250 so bad on CTEK. Once we got above 250, I was going to scale out mostly everything, and we got a first test and a second test, and we didn't break through it. My goal was to sell CTEK at 250, and we tapped it. I wanted a strong volume spike to go through it so I could sell off into it. And we didn't get that. And I waited, and then I cut it, and then I locked in about $60,000. So, you know, at the end of the day, again, as I always say, that is trading. So, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to get on in here, get on for the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your weekend or your trading day today. Hopefully you guys ended up green. What's going on, your boy? What's going on, Zach? What's going on, Sylv? Those of you guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube. Again, those of you guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube. Alright, guys. So, yeah. What's going on, Andrew? It's been a while, man. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to have you on, Andrew Merlin. But, so today's trading day, guys, literally consisted of me losing. Let's maximize the sell here. So, as always, let's go ahead and scroll through all my trades. So, today's trades. Okay, here you go. I'm going to scroll up slowly. That way you guys on YouTube can pause if you're watching the recorded version. Okay. Yes, I trade mid caps and big caps. Omar. I tried shorting the SPI, almost 2 million today. Okay, there's that. What's going on, Lava? So I'm scrolling through all my trades. Alright, then I'll come back down. That way you guys can see where I enter, where I exit, and all my timestamps fully verified on here. Scroll down for you guys. That way you guys on YouTube can watch this and go back and pause all my entries and exits and get an understanding of what I was in and what I was out. So really, to start the day, I lost money on APM. I lost money. ADIL lost money. ITIRM, I lost money, I believe, at the beginning of the day, and those alone right there, I was down about $60,000. No, Jacob said no overnight idea is correct. And then APM was a big hit on me. And then, I started to crawl back with CTEK, some scalps on SPI. Believe it or not, in this push, I was up like, I think close to like $80,000. Didn't lock it up and watch the thing come all the way back down. I think I sold off like right in here. But man, that was some weird price action. And then on top of that, we got an offering after hours, so that's great. Good thing we were out, but I really thought SPI was today's trading day. Those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube. Cam the Man is my YouTube. Those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube. Cam the Man is my YouTube. Those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube. Cam the Man is my YouTube. Alright, so there is that. Now, basically, the trade that got me out of SPI helped me a lot, and then the biggest trade was CTEK. CTEK, guys, I was longing, and here. I think I had like a 170 average. And up here, guys, literally, my whole process after today, my process goes like this, okay? Moro, that's funny. My whole process today, I like CTEK. Kept hitting the scanners, the volume was there, It looks just like ADIL. I felt like it was going to run faster because usually when the stability plays start to die off, they run faster and faster. So CTEK, guys, was long in here, kept hitting the scanner. We finally got volume on it, and literally, my whole thought process on this trade, those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man is my YouTube. Those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man is my YouTube. My whole thought process on this trade was get in long, and if we start to break out, like we confirmed, to me, we confirmed the breakout right in here and then this push up. Alright, started to add in here. My goal was scales above 250. Literally from the very beginning of this trade, I thought CTEK scales above 250. Okay, well, it really was at it. We literally tested it, and my hand is on the sell button right here on this first test, okay? And I remember seeing a 248 bid. Yeah, I'm exhausted for sure, radio. These past 7 days, I've been locked in, and when I get locked in like this, I don't really get up. I don't really get out of my seat a lot, and I kind of like get away from relaxing. It's more like I need to be here all the time. 258 bidder was there, and I was watching it, and I almost took some off, and I was like, you know what? My size was a little too big. I'm not going to scale anything yet. I want to see a nice push over 250, and then I'll sell into that, okay? And then we got a second tap here, another bidder, and I'm like, all right. The volume is there. We're going to get a breakout here. 250. What's going on, SP? 250 was the, or 280 was the pre-market high. I felt like, since this is dying off and the simulated plays were getting less and less runny, meaning like less and less volume, less and less percentage returns. What's going on, Matt? I felt like, we weren't going to get a break above 280, but if we did, that would be awesome. I just felt like we weren't. So I was trying to get in the middle. I was trying to say, you know what? 250, just above 250, and I'm going to scale. That's like literally my goal. My 250 goal was there. I almost scaled some, like right in here and then in here. But again, I think I don't know how many shares I had, but I had a big position, all right? Apologies, guys. And so, at the end of the day, I was up, I'll put it this way. At the end of the day, right here, I was up like $135,000 right here, okay? Right here, I was up like $135,000, and I was looking for just above 250, and I would have locked it in, and today I'd be up at $1 million in 7 days. Well, we didn't quite get that break, and then we kind of came down, and we got this repop, and then we came down, and I was like, holy crap. Once we came here, I gave it a chance to come back up, but honestly, I didn't like the tape in the level 2 was showing me, and I really felt like, sorry guys, gosh dang. Those of you guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man is my YouTube. Those of you guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube, Cam the Man is my YouTube. I apologize. Yeah, I'm yawning now. But I thought we were going to get a perk here, and then once we broke through here, I was like, what the heck? And that was so quick. And then I gave it a chance to kind of re-boost back up, but I saw it in here, and I was like, this does not look the same. All of a sudden, the tape started being heavy. Time of sales was heavy. The level 2 was getting weird on me. It looked like it was the end, and I was right. But I started to scale above this mark here, and then this thing slammed down to 183. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And then it just faded. And this is the exact concept of basically it being to me, I think the SIMBA plays are over. I think the big time midday runners are over, at least for, what I'm looking for, CTEK. ADIL showed that it was kind of, done because it just faded. OXBR went from like 150 up to 962. This was still basically, in the heat of things. SUNW, we had this thing close at 110, open up at 5, come back down at 3, and then go right back up to 850. What was another one? CBAT. This thing went from 75 cents to 416. So this kind of some of the action all started with SPI. SPI went from like $1 to $46 intraday. I literally have never seen such fast returns in my career. Intraday, and this was like 3,000, 4,000, almost 5,000%, somewhere in there. Exactly. And so this thing started coming up, and I was like, what the heck? We popped back up. This thing went to $46, guys. $46. And now we're down to $6.12. That's what started it, guys. But it seems like we're kind of getting that kind of steam ended on that one. And then I was about 60,000 on the day, 65,000. And then NNDM, guys. NNDM, I started to chase on this move, and I started to add a lot of these dips. I ended up having like a 302 average, but it was a big, big position. I literally sold out rock bottom 268 on that wick. And now this thing is still holding up. I thought we were going to get that one of those massive sell-offs because it was up so high. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm so yawny today. Yeah, Nick, maybe ship them out to me, would you? But yeah, so this thing picked up and then consolidated, came back up. And this trade right here, from here long down to here with the amount of size that I had, wiped out all my gains for the day. Literally everything on the day wiped in like 20 minutes. And that's why protecting your capital, preserving your capital is a position in the stock market, because you will just, as you realize, you will see not touching the buy button is a position. It really is. And so, and the worst part is this thing came all the way back up to 324. I would have been up, and I probably would have covered my day right there. And but that was just an amateur mistake, and you can see, I knew that I was chasing. I knew that I was, doing all these things. I was trying to force to hit that $1 million in 7 days, achievement. And I knew going into this trade that I could potentially lose all my profits for the day. I was okay with that, okay? Because I knew, I felt like hitting that $1 million in 7 days was more important than giving back $60,000. And I know that's crazy, but I really wanted to hit that goal, and I knew that this was probably a 50-50 setup, which in my mind it was. And usually I will never take that trade ever. But we had a goal, and I wanted to attain it. And unfortunately, we didn't get there. We actually have taken a loss today. So, yeah, guys. Those of you guys on TikTok, you can join me on YouTube. Kiam the Man is my YouTube. Again, Kiam the Man is my YouTube. So that's how my day went, guys. You know, I tried to basically, you know, do that. But at the end of the day, guys, I was forcing it. And I knew I was forcing it. I'm okay with it. Again, this wasn't really, you know, my setup. But again, I knew I was forcing it. I knew my chances. I was willing to pay the price if it failed. I wanted to try and get somewhat lucky to hit that $1 million in 7-day mark. And we did not. So but that's okay. You know, knowing that I would have been a green day if I wasn't forcing for something is a good thing. I still feel like today was a win just because I knew I was forcing that trade. But yeah. Okay, and lastly, guys, I want you guys to know, I know, right? Also, I want you guys to know that my site-wide sale is ending today. My site-wide sale, guys, is ending today. My scanners, the 25% off deal is ending tonight, 12 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I don't want anybody to say they didn't know about the discount, they didn't know about the sale, they didn't know about that, because that's my biggest, you know, my biggest comment is, I didn't know. Those guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube. Kiam the Man is my YouTube. Kiam the Man is my YouTube. So those of you guys who, you know, are interested in my course, it teaches you guys my strategies. So I've had 3 account challenges. My first account challenge was 1,000 to 1 million in 10 months in 1 week. My second was using Robinhood. It was 1,000 into $600,000 or $700,000. And then this current one, we've now done 1,000 into $3.6+ million in 201 business days. Okay, so we've also done, and just in the E-Trade account alone, not including my inherited IRA, in total profits this month, I think I'm over $1 million between my inherited IRA and my other accounts and this account. But yeah, $727,612.62 on the month, which is great. $750,000 is not too bad. I want to continue to improve, continue to get better though on that. But if you guys want to learn all my strategies to help me get to this point, guys, it took me over a year and a half to create this course, guys. It's a video course, no different than if you read a book, or no different than if you listen to a audio book, or no different than if you're trying to learn about real estate, or no different than if you're trying to learn about, I'm here to help you guys. I am here to help you guys. I'm literally the reason why I started NorMacNoLaTrading.com was because of you guys. Because I remember sitting in my 120 square foot dorm, I remember being down a lot. I remember basically being like, what am I doing wrong? How did I lose about half my net worth? I remember being in those dark places to myself, and I had no one to turn to, no one to learn from, no one that's been through the trenches, no one that's, I can learn from. And I started to think to myself, what would I want if I was in my shoes like that again? And it would have been someone or 3, 5, 10, 20, 100 different people who've been through the trenches, who've been in the stock market, who I can learn from. And I said, why don't I create something where, I now have a course that would help my old self back then. If I had this course to myself, and when I first started trading full time just over 3 years ago, I would have so much knowledge from myself that I feel like I could teach myself and widen my learning curve and speeding up my thought process, speeding up my learning curve, instead of learning on my own and taking 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you know, I was like, I want to try and learn it faster, and I want to try and create an income faster. And by learning from other traders, like and talking to myself back then, I'm like, okay, well, you know, having a course would be a huge difference. You know, learning someone's strategies that actually work would be a huge difference. Now, it might not help for everyone, but I created this because that's what would have helped myself back then. You know, I have a free chat room, and I have free YouTube content. I have over 500 videos on YouTube now. Basically goes over all my daily recaps, all my daily lessons that are on there, all 100% free. But this is basically the next leg up. It's basically all my trading secrets, all my trading tips. You know, this goes into much more depth than YouTube. I also have, which is the most valuable thing, which I've been getting so much feedback from, is my live trading. I have live trades that are recorded on my my course, and the last one that I uploaded, it was I think I locked about $110,000 on Jivo, and I recorded that one about, well, when did Jivo run? About 3 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago? Let's see. Yeah, 8:20. So over a month ago now. But I try and upload consistent live trades, and I need to do better and better at that. But that's been a huge help to a lot of my students, is the live trading section and full explanation of why I'm getting in, why I'm getting out. You can actually see my trades go through as well, into the markets and out of the markets. I use E-Trade because it's faster executions and TD. I use the TD for charts, basically. In my opinion, E-Trade is faster execution. So I have now a course that basically goes in depth with all my strategies. This video here, here's that. And you know what? We had a great testimonial here. Finally, someone who explains the positives and the negatives. But I'll read the overall part. You guys can read this later. The delivery could use some improvement, but the video series information is excellent and has already paid for itself and then some. I recommend it to most traders. This Discord is my primary watch, and I'm happy to help other beginners get started, as I was in your shoes not too long ago. But even to this day, still consider myself a novice. I'll let my first month of trading speak for itself. $240 this week, $71 this week, $1,047 this week, and $58 that week. 4 straight weeks of green. All right, here's the positives, here's the negatives, and then here's the story. Okay. Let's see. Hey man, just want to let you know that your training videos are making me a hell of a lot better trader than I used to be. I have a quick question though. When did you know wanted to trade full time? That was another comment on Instagram about the course. You can see here, Josh, banking. I'll never have confidence to buy that much shares without the study of your course. So he bought, I don't know what ticker symbol it was, but he said he'll never buy with that much confidence without the purchase of your course and studying it. That's awesome. This course student at a new PR. Jivo was in 107, out 187 for a $12,000 day. It's a great comment here. I'm not going to read it all, but there's that for the course. I bought the video series and made it all back in 2 days. If you buy the course, you also get access to a separate room, which is to the students only. If you do end up buying the course, my video series course, it gives you access to a separate chat room where the students have their own separate chat. Everyone can still see what you're writing, but only you guys can type. Thank you so much for setting up the private room. The calls were solid, and I was able to capitalize on a solid green day of $910 in profits. So I just let the testimonials speak for themselves. If you guys are interested, today is the last day of the sale. The last day is today to get this sale, guys. 25% off. It goes over all my strategies. I answer a ton of questions, which all the questions are your guys' questions because I have a question room in Discord. And I went through and basically answered all those questions. And back then it was like a year plus worth of questions. So it's not like I just answered the question I think you guys would have. No, it's your guys' actual questions. I think that'll help a lot. How to make a watch list. Swing trading strategies, momentum trading strategies, live trading. My story, how I started, how my life started, and everything else like that. But yeah, if you purchase it, you will immediately have access. As soon as you purchase it, you'll get an email, I believe, with the link. But yeah, so feel free to check that out, guys. Free chat rooms in the description below. Free brokerage in the description below. That's about it, guys. Feel free to check out my course. I spent over a year and a half of my life on it. Definitely by far the hardest project I ever work on. We've also had video editors work on it as well. Feel free to check that out. And also my scanners are 25% off as well. So feel free to check out the sales, guys. Yeah, I definitely hold stocks long. I'm more of a long bias trader. Alright guys, no more questions. Okay guys, feel free to check out my course. 25% off. Sale ends tonight, 12 Eastern Standard. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Cheers team, go